welcome back to my channel. I'm Taya. I'm the channel owner of Taya Talks, and this is the first episode of my new series where I make spiritual things sound practical. So today we're going to be talking about alchemy. Now, when people think about alchemy, they think about this magic, woo-woo, like transcending, transforming energy, but it's much simpler than that. Alchemy is not magic, it is mindset. And what do I mean by that? Now, when you alchemize something, essentially you're transforming it into something that is beneficial for you. Well, at least in most instances, right? That's the ideal way of doing it. So it's really just like, for example, when you have an undesirable experience, instead of you honing in and focusing on like how you felt, what you endured, the hardships of that situation, you're looking at the lessons. You're like, damn, okay, at least I learned this, at least I learned that. You know, I took a lot of lessons, and you extract the wisdom from that situation to move forward and put it into the energy that you felt and experienced into something else. For example, I used to be in a toxic relationship, and obviously while I was in that relationship, it was undesirable. You know, I wasn't happy. I felt like I was a shell of myself. I suppressed a lot of parts of myself, the whole nine. You know how it is when you're in a toxic relationship. And, you know, obviously when I was in the relationship, I didn't have this mindset like, oh, this is good that I'm going through this. It was like, no, like, you know, I felt stuck. But that's a whole nother story for a whole different day. I'm just saying all that to say, once I left and I became single and I gained the clarity that I needed, I extracted wisdom from that relationship. Now, what I learned from that relationship, I learned how to spot manipulation tactics. I learned how to spot red flags early on to save myself from wasting time or getting into potentially another toxic relationship. So now I'm grateful for that relationship. What did Ariana Grande say? Thank you, next. I'm so grateful for my ex. I feel that to my core now. Because if it wasn't for me being in that relationship, I probably wouldn't be as keen to manipulation tactics as I am now. I knew I was being manipulated. I knew I was being gaslit. I knew I was being shut down. But I didn't gain the full clarity and the full extent of it until I left that relationship. And now going forward, when I'm dating, I'm able to vet people quicker because I'm like, seen that before, been through that, not doing it again. Goodbye. Shut it down immediately. As opposed to like, if I never been in a toxic relationship, everything was just all rainbows and butterflies, I would be viewing the world through these rose-colored lenses like, oh, nothing has happened to me. No, everyone has good intentions, and everyone doesn't have good intentions. That's just the harsh reality. Of course, we like to believe everyone has a decent moral compass and good intentions, but that's just not how the world works. So sometimes you have to go through bad things so you can sharpen your discernment and learn how to spot things when you go through them, so you won't have to go through them again. So yeah, tying that all back to alchemy. Alchemy is about your mindset. Like, I'm the type of person, I believe everything happens for a reason. So even if I go through something bad, obviously I'm not going to sit here and be like, I'll be happy I go through bad stuff, because I don't. Like, who wants to go through bad stuff? But I always be like, damn, what did that teach me? What did I learn from that situation? And then going forward, I'll extract the wisdom, the knowledge that I learned from that. And I'll be like, you know what? When I went through that, I learned this. And that's alchemizing it. That's not just like feeling bad for myself and like, woe is me. Like, oh my God, I just been through so much. I'm grateful I've been through so much, because now going forward, I have so much knowledge and so much experience to where it's like, you know, I'm keen to certain things more than a person that probably hasn't been through as much as me. So yeah, just to wrap it all up, this is a pretty short video. Alchemy is not magic. It's not something you have to figure out. You don't have to light no candles, rub no crystals, nothing like that to alchemize. You literally just, it's a positive reframe. You're like, okay, I went through that, I experienced that, what did I learn from that? And you're choosing to look at the positive side of it. And the positive side is what you learned through the undesirable situation. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. I hope this helps somebody. I hope this helped you view alchemy a little bit more simpler, and that it helps you going forward tweak your mindset into one of more positive, and not view every negative experience as a loss. It's a lesson. Like, let's reframe. It's not a loss, it's a lesson. So just think about that whenever you're going through a rough time, a rough patch. When you hit rock bottom, the only way to go is up. So once again, that's alchemy at play. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Let me know in the comments what you think about this and what you think about alchemy overall, and how this may or may not have changed your perspective about it. I love you guys. I wish you guys the best. I hope everyone has a great day, and keep alchemizing. Bye.